the Big Dog, your favorite father and son duo covering Miami Hurricanes football and sports. What's going on, baby?
Everybody excited? Everybody ready to for the new season for the next game, I should say.
Well, it's gonna be in
And
this season, Big Dog, because
it
we're gonna run
is,
the
it
table now,
is.
baby.
That's what we got to. We got to really impose our will. Everybody, good evening. Um, Thank you all for joining us. Once again, if you're new, please like, subscribe. Always hit that like button, guys. Helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, hit the notifications bell so you get notified of any new video, and leave us comments and questions and feedback, because we always like, chatting back. We get back to you guys 100% of the time. And as you guys know, today is a bit of a special show. So please, we always appreciate your donations no matter where they come. Today, we're asking you to please donate if you can to our PayPal, because we're collecting money today. All the money that we get today, we will match and send to with Shonda Roberts. Elijah Roberts' mother has a lot of family in the Bahamas. Some came out okay, some lost everything, and she's leading a relief effort for the hurricane. So please, if you are going to donate, please consider doing it through our PayPal, and then we'll send it on to Shonda Roberts and her relief efforts with her family and others also.
Yeah, big shout
So
out to Dan Kane was the first one to donate today with
yes, Dan.
a big donation to our PayPal, Dan. So thank you so much. Like Big Dog said, we're gonna match that and help out, the people in the Bahamas, man. They're in need,
Yeah,
big need, especially if you guys been watching the news, man. So anything that you guys can donate, $1, $2, whatever it is, man, just donate it right there to the PayPal that you see on your screen. And then me and the Big Dog are gonna go ahead and match that and send it over to Shonda's way, because it's not just for her family. It's gonna help her out big time, but she's helping out a lot of people in the Bahamas. So it's gonna, the love is gonna be spread, not just to her family, but to the people in need in the Bahamas. So
absolutely,
me and the Big Dog
absolutely.
wanted to go ahead and do, something a little special to help out any way we can, man. We have this platform. We've never had it before, so we figured, hey, why not use it to some good, to a humanitarian effort that, it's really, really important right now. So yeah, man. Eddie the Kane, 247 Canes. George, I already saw you in here starting some trouble, man.
You Goldwire, McLovin, the Canes is on us. Kane for life.
John Deere, Austin Kane,
John Deere, all you
Burley
guys.
Kane, 26. What's up, Brandon? RN, Adrian, Stacy. What's up, Stacy? Hendrick, DeAndre, Mr. HD, CJ, Kane for life. All you guys, man. Yeah, thank you, man. Drop a like on the video. So, yeah, me and the Big Dog just wanted to throw that out there at the beginning, man. And we might remember, what's up, Saeed, Jamaica Kane, James West, baby. We wanted to just, we're gonna be reminding you guys, sometimes during the show, because I know we're gonna get more new people in here. But if you can't donate to the PayPal, man, we'll go ahead and and talk about that. But
yeah, guys.
Yeah, Joseph with the $2 dono, man. Thank you so much. He says he's in woman. He's in woman. Yeah, Wilmington's getting hit right now, man. Buddy for another $2 donation from Buddy, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, hey, listen, guys. What the people of the Bahamas went through is just it's out of this world, and it's beyond what we're even able to imagine. Because it was sheer terror for 2 days, because the hurricane wouldn't move, and it was the strongest Atlantic basin hurricane when it hit land in history. So whatever we can do to help, guys, it'd be great, and we'll make sure we'll send it along as to Shonda Roberts as part of the Junior and Big Dog family. Brandon, Kyle, Anthony, all you guys, thank you all for joining us, and let's talk some Miami football. Stacy Hall had a good question and a comment about do I expect them to change up the offensive line? Stacy, I think that's a possibility, like you were asking about, of moving DJ Scaife to left tackle, and then they were talking about actually moving Ja'Kai Clark to guard. Ja'Kai Clark has looked really, really good, and he's been very impressive. I don't think he's going to unseat Corey Gaynor. I think if he does move to guard, he's still going to be behind Cleveland Reed, I believe. So, I think if they do end up moving DJ Scaife out to tackle, then you'll probably see Cleveland Reed at the guard. And I still think Jakai is probably going to be if at the guard position behind Traore also. But Jakai Clark is a very. I mean, he's really impressed. I wish he would have gotten here. I wish he would have been an early enrollee. Kyle saying they're talking about moving him to right tackle to replace Campbell. That's a possibility. That's a possibility, and we might see either way. If Scaife goes to right tackle replacing Campbell, I think we'll still see Cleveland Reed at that right guard.
But according to Manny, man, they're gonna roll out the same group of guys.
Oh, Stacy said he saw a video where he was working with the ones in practice. He might be working with the one, Stacy, but I still think Cleveland Reed is going to be ahead of him. I still think Cleveland Reed would be ahead of him at guard. And I mean, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. Oh, Saeed was saying about checking Restrepo's huddle highlights.
Would love Restrepo, man.
Yeah, he's good at safety. He is. I mean, he's solid at safety.
He plays my quarterback too.
Yeah, they had him. They had him at quarterback.
QB for a couple plays. So that was pretty cool. It says RN Gator Nation is here. Love the content, man. Hey,
thank you guys.
I don't like Gator Nation, man, but I appreciate the support.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys for being here.
George says, I just shared it to my Twitter channel. I hope we get some Gators over here because I think a lot of Gators really like Miami. Just don't want to lose to you. That's all.
Buddy, I did. Buddy saying I moved my chair from in front of the window. Yeah, I'm not done yet, buddy, but by next week. By the way, we're also let's work on getting the call-ins so we can do some call-ins. But by next week, I'm gonna have stuff set up here with some of my some of my Hurricanes memorabilia, and I have it set up in the background. And I also have a board that we can use for our X's and O's discussion. So I'm changing things around, making a little bit of a more user-friendly studio.
Look at you, man. Look at you, man.
Gotta do a little something.
We might get you some one of these fat heads back here. If you guys ever want to decorate your stuff, like go to Fathead, man. I thought I was just gonna get this U logo. That's what I saw on the thing. It came with a whole bunch of other stuff that you could put up on your wall, and you could just stick it on, and it comes right off. It's not gonna take away your paint and like that. So check that out, man. Big Dog. Maybe we gotta hook you up, man.
Maybe we gotta do one of those.
247 Kane says, "After you the Big Dog, what's up, gentlemen? Here's two quick questions. Miami wins
if and North Carolina wins.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Right. I think Miami wins if we clean up some of what we saw last week. Do a better job, obviously, in protection and stop the procedural type of penalties that were, the delay of games, the 12 men in a huddle, the illegal motion and false starts and stuff like that. I think once we clean that up and we do a better job protecting, and I think we win fairly comfortably. So for North Carolina to win, there has to be a complete breakdown in that offensive line. But even then, I think we're going to give. Oh my God, Jay! Thank you so much. $20 donation for Jay Wade.
Oh wow, thank you, Jay. Man, we appreciate that, brother.
Prayers for the people of the Bahamas. We were fortunate in St. Augustine area. I'm glad, Jay, that you guys didn't get some of the worst of it, and it was weakened by the time it got to you guys. But man, it was a horrible thing. So thank you so much, Jay. Yeah. Let's see. What do I think Enos's game plan? Kings for Life was asking.
Oh, before you get into that, man, shout out to Taz. What's going on, Taz, man?
What do you say, Taz?
He's always putting up stories and stuff like that at work, and one of his stories was shouting our channel out. Telling everybody to tune in on Thursday and stuff like that. So thank you for looking out, man. You didn't have to do that, but we really do appreciate it, man. So yeah, let's go to Kane for Life's question.
But the Dan Kane says that our video is out of focus.
You see me now? Maybe not.
No, I didn't know if there was something going on with it, but I don't know what else we can do there.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, what was the question? Oh,
Game,
Enos's game plan.
yeah.
By the way, guys, I'm glad you said that. I asked that question. We filmed a video yesterday with the complete video breakdown preview of the Miami North Carolina game. That will be live on YouTube as of tomorrow morning. And we did a whole video breakdown of a preview of Miami, North Carolina, and going step by step in terms of what we believe the game plan needs to be and what we believe it's going to be. And so that will be out tomorrow morning early. So look for that video. But we do a complete video breakdown of that Miami and Florida game, Miami and North Carolina game, and it'll be out there tomorrow morning. I think with Enos, the big key with North Carolina is going to be a couple of things offensively. I think number one, we obviously have to do a better job in protection, but we're going to see a lot of quick hitters and draws. North Carolina, their defensive coordinator is Jay Bateman. He was a very successful defensive coordinator at Army from 2014 to last year. And if you guys don't know, Army had a top 10 defense last year, and Bateman deserves a lot of that credit. Somewhat similar to Todd Granham from Florida. They play an attacking type of 3-4 with a lot of blitzes from different areas. The thing with Jay Bateman, he really seems where Florida will play a little bit honest at times. And what I mean by honest, being a base type of defense with just rushing four. You're seeing with North Carolina, it's like feast or famine. Either they come hard on the blitz from different positions, or they sit back in coverage. And what I saw with South Carolina doesn't have the athletes that we have at running back and receiver and tight end. So I think it's going to be critical getting the ball to our skill position guys in space, because I saw with North Carolina some bad angles, some problems with playing people in space. So I like this. We're going to see a lot of that. What I don't want to see is any slow developing running plays like sweeps, because we need to do quick hitters against North Carolina because of how hard they do blitz, and they can take themselves out of plays. So that's what I think is going to be. Oh, Orange and Green Blood is on. Cohen, it's all about the U.
It's all about the U, Cohen.
That's for Cohen.
Thank you for joining us, Orange and Green Blood, like always, man. I think he said he's going to send us some. He's going to the game, so he'll be sending us some videos and stuff like
awesome. Awesome. Well, have a great time.
Yeah, we might need him, man.
Kate's saying that Brevin Jordan's going to feast in this game, and he's absolutely. You guys saw South Carolina's tight end is nowhere near Brevin or Will Mallory, and he burned them big time.
Yeah, we're gonna show those things in the video.
Yeah,
you're gonna be able to see how the we got a $5 dono to our PayPal from Devin.
Devin, thank you so much, Devin. God bless, brother. Thank you so much.
$5 dono from Devin. Thank you so much, man. Devin, I don't see you in here, man. So you might have a different name. So who is Devin? So I could put you on the thing, man. Thank you so much. We're gonna be matching those, that money to help out the cause in the Bahamas. So you guys already know.
Yeah, Joseph, you're talking about the O-line change. Yeah, apparently they're saying that that DJ Scaife might be at right tackle, and then we'll have. I know people are thinking that it might be Ja'Kai Clark,
but the depth chart hasn't changed, man. It's the same.
It's the same, and I think if that happens, I think you'll see Cleveland Reed at the right guard. So I don't. Now Ja'Kai might back him up instead of Traore. And Saeed, absolutely. Will Mallory has to show up. Yeah, that's true. 247 Kane says Surratt is the leading tackler, and he was a QB last year. Yeah, guys. Well, they did have one of their linebackers, actually two of their linebackers, I believe, were suspended against South Carolina, and those guys are back. So they'll have a little bit more. What I saw a lot on film on North Carolina guys is their frontline guys are pretty good. They just don't have any depth. So if we are
Right.
able to win a time of possession battle like we did against Florida, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to
Yeah.
be in trouble. So, and yes, we did hear about that old line change. It's a possibility, even though the depth chart is still the same. You might see Scaife at that right tackle, and I think Cleveland Reed at the right guard.
I think probably some of the reason why we we're hearing some whispers about the change is I I personally think they're going to roll out the same offensive line against North Carolina, but I do think that if we start to see some of the same struggles we saw against
Short
Florida,
leash.
that's my point. That's the point I was trying to make, and that's why we're seeing some more offensive linemen working with the ones, because there's a possibility they might get thrown in there, with the rest of the offensive line if we see some of the same struggles we saw against Florida. But I fully expect to see Zion continue at left tackle and to see Campbell continue at right tackle, at least to start out the game. Now, if we start seeing some missed assignments, then I think they're going to be on a short leash. And I think Butch and Enos are going to mix things up in the offensive line, because you can't have the offensive line be such a huge factor in possibly taking you to another loss. I mean, you can't have the offensive line be another reason why you don't have. I know there were a lot of reasons why we didn't beat Florida, but I mean the offensive line, and we talked about it in the breakdown a little bit of the North Carolina video about Zion Nelson's Pro Football Focus rating when it came to pass blocking. It was a 0.0, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
When it came to
I've never seen
pass
that before.
blocking. Right.
I've never seen anybody get graded a 0.0.
Yeah, me neither.
And that's
man.
what that means, that in Pro Football Focus estimation, he got beat on every pass blocking down.
Yeah, man.
So that goes to show you how much pressure
It's
Jared
that
had.
much worse. And it doesn't get that much worse.
It can't get any worse.
Yeah, no.
It can't get any worse. Jason Arnold had a good point. Jason, you got it pulled up there?
Yeah.
One of the things, again, that we covered in the video that we're releasing tomorrow morning is that Sam Howell threw, I think he was 5 of 6 on fades. He throws a beautiful fade. What I think we need to do, Jason, is we need to get pressure with just our front four and then play a cover 2 man. So have the 2 safeties deep with man-to-man press coverage underneath, take away his first option and take away his check down, and then you can take away those fades with those safeties over the top.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the things that we talked about in that video, Jason, and that's a great point. I think that's going to be the key, that we need to be able to get pressure on Hal with just our front four, staying in our rush lanes because he is mobile, and then doing a cover 2 man quite often, or some variation of that. You might even do cover 3, you might do cover 1, but take away those types of fade patterns that Hal likes to do.
Yeah. Michael Wilson is asking about Bubba Bolden, man. Your guess is as good as ours. I mean, when Manny has been asked directly about Bubba Bolden, and he basically saying that they're just waiting to hear back from the NCAA. So what it sounds like to me is that he's not going to be out there for North Carolina unless some miracle and NCAA, grant some eligibility to play on Saturday. But besides that, man, I don't see it. I don't see it, man. And I don't know. I don't like Manny's tone either when he's asked about it, because he's just like, it's truly out of their hands right now.
Yeah.
Like they're just waiting to hear from the NCAA.
Yeah, so, I think frankly, I think this is the NCAA's. Madry, how are you? Glad you could join us. This is the NCAA's way of screwing us because we own the transfer portal. Okay, no, I'm dead serious.
No, buddy. Thank you for another $2 donation.
Thank you, buddy.
On Saturday he was a Boise State fan.
That was something else, man. I'll tell you what.
It's kind of weird because I mean, I kind of want Florida State to do well because Florida State doing well means towards the end of the season when they're looking at strength of schedule, they're going to take into account that FSU rivalry game. And if FSU is a lot better than they are now, I mean, it'll only very good for us, especially playing in Tallahassee this year. So I mean, I get what you mean. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm never rooting for FSU, but I would like to see a highly ranked FSU team going against a highly ranked Miami team. Man, I just think it adds so much of a dynamic to the rivalry. And at the end of the year, when the committee is weighing records and strength of schedule, having a strong FSU could do nothing but help us
Yeah,
if we
but
beat them, of course. But
FSU is a dumpster fire.
no,
It's a dumpster fire.
man, FSU has some
Yeah,
serious
they got
issues,
some issues.
man.
Mo with a $5 donation. Thank you so much, Mo. He says, I think we should utilize Pope in the screen game. I agree, Mo. And I think we should utilize him on jet sweeps also. We got to get the ball in Pope's hands because he's electric with the ball in their hands.
Look, and I think Austin Canes even
Yeah.
said it as well.
Yeah.
We have to. I have to see a Pope sighting, man. I have to see it, and I
Yep.
know it sounds like Tate is still gonna, be getting some reps, but I would like to see Pope inserted. I want to see Hightower, maybe even like D Wiggins, but I think Hightower and Pope are next in line. Pope in the slot and Hightower probably on the outside to see some snaps, maybe before D Wiggins. But I think, yeah, man, I think just getting the ball. Pope is electric. Similar to Jeff Thomas. You have to get Jeff Thomas in space. You got to get him the ball.
Absolutely.
I think Pope is that kind of player, man. I think he has that much talent, and he can be that electric in open space, man. So we got to find a way to get him the ball.
Burley Kane had a good point. He said that you were talking about FSU to get some brownie points there with the wife.
Nah, because she's not even home right now. So
yeah, but in case she watches it.
Hey, in case she watches it, yeah.
No,
I told her, man. I told because.
By the way, Stacy was worried about Bolden sitting out. Stacy, he's definitely not going to sit out. Remember, he actually sat out. Basically, had a redshirt year at junior college. So he actually has basically 3 years to play 3 years. So he has no benefit from sitting. From my understanding, as soon as the NCAA reviews all his credits from junior college, it's over. But they're dragging their feet as a little punishment because we own the transfer portal. So that's the way it is. But we definitely on saying about the Tate Martell package. I think, guys,
I'm with you, CJ. I'm with you, man.
On what?
He says less Martell packages, more Pope, Wiggins, and Hightower.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
I have to agree there, man. I have to. Yeah.
I do too. I think the reason why we saw it so much, because I think Tate played I want to say 15 snaps, 18 snaps, something like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, some of those he lined up in Wildcat. Some of those were different. But the thing is, you look at DJ's run. There was motion with Tate and a fake with Tate, and you saw the defense go with him. I think,
yeah, big dog, but we saw that same success with DJ. I mean,
my point is, I agree. No, I'm
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying the reason why I think Enos is doing it.
Right. I got you.
I think he likes the way the defense reacts to Tate, and then he feels that opens it up for him. So I think that's the reason why Enos gave Tate so much play, but I'm 100% with you. Now, mind you, will Tate develop into a good slot, especially if he loses some weight, and because he is very explosive, tremendous short area quickness, but his long speed is not what you'd want. So maybe he if he loses 10, 15 pounds, gets that long speed up, he'll develop into something. But we already have guys that are more talented than that, with Mark Pope, with Jeff Thomas, with
look, Jeremiah Payne, like Saeed says, is another one.
Now Tate didn't take any snaps from Hightower and Wiggins.
Tate, but he
took snaps from Harley, from Pope, right. But Tate did not play on the outside the numbers, which is where you're going to use Hightower and Wiggins.
Yeah.
But I agree. I don't like to see. I like that Tate package as a change of pace if our offense is struggling, but not. Yeah, 247 said Tate was indirectly involved on each TD. He does. I'll give him that much. I'll agree with Enos to this point. Him being on the field does cause a reaction from the defense.
Yeah.
So
Burley Kane, I understand what you're saying. He's saying, imagine Pope becoming a QB and immediately getting snaps over Tate. It wouldn't happen. So why is it the other way around?
I agree.
I don't think that's fair though, man. Because
no.
When it comes to
Tommy Guns, thank you so much for the donation, Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate it, man. $2 donation from Tommy. It's
you guys
not.
Are the best.
I don't think it's fair to say it'll be the same thing as the other way around.
Right.
Guys, Tate is. I mean, he's a heck of an athlete, man. I don't think
short area he is.
Short area quickness, especially
tremendous strength.
You're talking about a sub-4 shuttle time. So I mean,
amazing,
in short areas, Tate is a heck of an athlete in his own right. But I just think the whole thing with Tate Martell was more misdirection and more trying to see how Florida was going to react to having Tate on the field. Was he going to come in motion? Was he going to get a direct snap and throw the ball? So it was just trying to catch Florida off guard. Now I don't think that's going to be something that we're going to see moving on. I think we're going to see Pope, we're going to see Harley. I don't think we're going to be seeing as many Tate packages that's going to take away snaps from the likes of like Mike Harley and Pope, because those are the guys that play in the slot, which is what Tate would play. So
John Paul with the donation. Thank you so much, John, with a $2 donation. He says, is it possible that Nkosi has better eyes than Jaren? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think people don't realize you need to watch that Florida film as a coach would. And guys, the ball placement of those patterns by Jaren was NFL elite type of ball placement. John, that's the thing. And it was when you hit guys in stride, that's what that spread coast is based on, is getting the ball to talented guys in space. But if the guy catches a ball like right here and he's able to catch it and immediately run, if he just catches it here, that's a whole different ball game, because now he has no momentum going forward. He twists back, and we saw that a bunch with Malik and with Nkosi. That type of ball placement that Jaren did is the reason why we had so much yardage after the catch last week against Florida. So those are big things. The pressure that Jaren was under in terms of the pass rush, we're not going to see that again, because we haven't seen that in a long time. That's the thing, is I think any other quarterback would have struggled even more than Jaren. As much as he was getting pressured, not one time did he put the ball in jeopardy in terms of an interception.
247 just said it. We can't ignore the sacks. The stat recently came out identifying Jared Williams as the quarterback that was most under pressure after week 1. So
guys, I've never heard of that before. He was pressured on 25 of his 44 dropbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've never seen, unless it's like 60 attempts, I've never seen 25 pressures in a game. So, and that was Pro Football Focus saying out of his 44 dropbacks, 25 times he did not have enough time to get rid of the ball. There's Rick Hernandez, Rico, our brother there.
Rico.
Saeed, I again, down the field, the issue was time. There was a couple of times he was able to step up in the pocket, and he did throw some nice deeper patterns.
But he did miss Jeff a couple times though.
Well, you mean in terms of not seeing him?
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
and I think that's what they're referring to. That
right. But remember, on the plays that Enos talked about, the 3 plays that he said that were missed for long, all 3 plays weren't on Jaren. There was 2 on Zion and 1 on John Campbell.
Right. No, yeah.
So he didn't have that time in order to get those passes. Now, did he hold on to the ball too long? Yes, he absolutely did. But that's the thing. It was also his first start, and against pressure that I don't think I've ever seen a Miami quarterback have to deal with. And he still completed 63% of his passes, didn't throw a single, not just that he didn't throw an interception, he did not throw a ball that Florida had any shot of intercepting.
Exactly. Right.
So that's the thing, guys. I think he did an amazing job. And if you look at these analysts, whether it's Hasselbeck, whether it's Kirk Herbstreit, they all said the same thing, that we have something special with Jaron. And I agree.
Yeah, I think so too, man. And I think we're just gonna see him just get more comfortable, man. He's had literally a whole 2 weeks now, not just to get better, but you got that out of the way. You got that first game out of the way. So that's it. There's no, you know, there shouldn't be as many second game hiccups, especially when it comes to time
Correct.
management, man. I think some of the blame goes to Eno, some of the blame goes to Jaren, but what frustrates me the most is just taking way too long to get that play called. And especially like when you have a defense like Florida and you gotta like the way we came out in that first drive, man. If that's the Miami Hurricanes, if that's the way they would have came out with that sense of urgency, motion, but they had that first series planned out to a T. We're gonna attack them this way, we're gonna do it like this. But then you started to see a little more, and I understand the game plans change as the game
Well, and
develops.
Florida started taking away some of the stuff that we were doing,
Right, I
and so
know.
you have to alter your plan.
No, yeah, 100%. But I would like to see, a more sense of urgency, maybe some more hurry up. But I want to see Jaren be a lot better with the clock, be a lot more aware of the clock. Eno's getting the play into Jaren a lot quicker. Jaren communicating with his offensive line, with the whole team on the offensive side of the
And
football a
listen,
lot quicker, and getting that play rolling, man.
I
And
you
one
know
thing,
you know
one
what my
one thing
decision would have
before,
been.
because, and I think that's going to be especially crucial against North Carolina because of the fact that North Carolina doesn't have that depth on defense. So
Mister All About the You with a $10 donation. Thank you so much, brother. He says, do we take calls? We are going to.
working on
In
that,
fact,
man.
we're working on that. We're going to set it
Yeah,
up so we can have call-ins, guys. So we're
yeah,
going to do that hopefully within the next week or two.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Um, the thing that I would have done differently, and again, I said it at the time. Ben Pratt's on there. What do you say, Ben? 904 Hurricane. Great guys, man. Thank you all for being here. Um,
So
at halftime, I would have benched Zion and John Campbell at halftime. At halftime, I would have put in DJ Scaife at left tackle, and or vice versa,
yeah,
and and Kayleon Herbert in at tackle, who's a better pass blocker than Campbell. So I would have put those two in, and I would have benched Zion and John Campbell. Okay. Now I think that's what they're going to do against North Carolina if Zion and Campbell don't play up to snuff. One of the things that we said in the video that we're going to release tomorrow morning is that I think starting Saturday, we are going to see a snapshot of what the 2019 Miami Hurricanes are truly going to be. And I think in some ways, with all those first game problems, all those, procedural mistakes, I think it's like a mulligan with the Florida game because that we sort of expected those hiccups. But I think what we see in North Carolina, that will be the Miami team going forward.
yeah. Hey, man. Buddy, big $25 donation to our PayPal, man. He
Thank you
says
so much, buddy.
he
Thank
says
you. You're amazing.
sends love to the Bahamas, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Me and the big dog are gonna match every dollar that you guys donate to the PayPal to go ahead and support the cause in the Bahamas, man. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much, buddy.
Thank
We,
you,
we really
guys.
do appreciate it, and the Bahamas obviously you're gonna appreciate it as well.
Guys,
Any little bit helps, man.
Mr. All About the You with another $5 donation. Tight ends, JT4, QB, linebackers need to have a good game. Yes, you guys were asking about the linebackers. I don't want all these mistakes and penalties in this game. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Absolutely. That's why I say if we don't play like I expect us to play against North Carolina, you'll see a completely different Junior and the Big Dog next week. Because
Oh yeah,
those mistakes in game one, I give them a pass. Game two, no passes. No passes. Because if Zion and John Campbell have another game like that, I expect DJ Scaife to be at the tackle, and I expect Kayleon Herbert to be at the other tackle.
yeah. No, I agree,
So,
man. 100%.
and as far as the linebackers, listen, They played.
They did good
They did
against the run, man.
correct. They played the run very well. I think Shonda Roberts is with us. Shonda, thank you so much for being here, guys. Welcome her because she's gone through a pretty horrible week with her family all being in the Bahamas. Her dad was even they didn't know where he was for a couple of days there because he had been evacuated twice. And Shonda is Elijah Roberts' mom, and George is Elijah's dad. And this is who we're collecting for. And she's amazing in terms of how she wants to help others. And Shonda, thank you so much for joining us.
100%.
We're lucky to have you with us.
And we got some donations rolling in, Shonda,
Yes,
for the
we do.
Bahamas.
Yes, we do.
So you'll be getting those soon for sure.
Yes, we are. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Prayers for their families and for all those affected. Guys, I said in that short video, I can't imagine what they went through because, like I said, 3 of the worst hours of my life were spent holding a balcony door on Hurricane Wilma, which was an afternoon thunderstorm compared to Dorian, and they had to endure that not for 3 hours but for 2 days, and
On an
it's
island, man.
absolutely amazing.
On a flat island where,
Yeah,
I mean, if something is really that crazy and that bad, you could literally get into your car, drive somewhere upstate, man. You couldn't do that. You can't do that in the Bahamas. And you got
Brandon, thank you for the donation.
That's
Thank
just
you,
Wayne okay donation for the Bahamas. Thank you,
thank you.
Brandon, man. We appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, guys, the real because I went talked to a couple people in the comment section, and some of the people were wondering why is it that I still believe that this team is at least a 10-win team, if not an 11-win team. And the thing is, because you look at the things that we actually did well against Florida, and was a better team than anything else we're going to face in the schedule until we get to Clemson. If like I said, Gio with a $5 donation, we need to run the ball more to help our young quarterback. I agree, Gio. The young quarterback's best friend is a good running game. So thank you very much. The
I
the
think we're
thing
gonna be able to as well.
was that.
I
Oh,
think I think we're gonna be able to run the football,
absolutely.
and
Well,
that's just gonna take more pressure off of the offensive line trying to pass block so much for Jaren
here's
as
the
well.
question that I asked you guys before. When we're going back and forth, well, did Jaron hold on to the ball too much and stuff like that? My question was, if we swap tackles with Florida, if Florida gives us Forsyth and Delance, and we give them Zion and John Campbell, what's the final score of that game?
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
We win by 2 or 3 touchdowns, just swapping tackles. And again, I'm not knocking them. I'm not even knocking the coaching staff for leaving them in there. I think both Zion and John Campbell have very bright futures. I think they'll be. Hey, what do you say, Holsa?
What's good, wholesome?
Demetrius Adams also. Rigor Mortis was saying about Shaq and Pigney. That's the point I was going to address now. But that's the thing, guys, that we need to remember. Um, One of the things about Shaq and Pigney, they played the run well, but what they didn't do was what we expected was those game-changing plays.
Right.
So those are the things that I expect more from. Blake Baker touched upon it. He said that for their abilities and their experience, that he felt that Shaq and Pigney played all right, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Played average. They played okay. And he expected a lot more from that.
Yeah.
So, guys, I'm expecting to see a completely different Hurricane team come Saturday. And I think the team that we see on Saturday is a true representation of
Oh
who the
man,
Hurricanes are in 2019.
we just got a big donation through our PayPal, man, from Logan Mate. I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure who you are here, Logan. Big $50 donation, man, to our PayPal
Thank you so much, Logan.
to help out the cause and to Shonda and the Bahamas in general, man. Thank you guys so much. It keeps on pouring in, man. Keeps on pouring in. It's gonna go to a good cause, man.
That
So
was Mr. All About the You. Oh, my God. Thank you so much,
thank
partner.
you so much, man. That's man.
Brother, that is
That's big.
that's amazing.
Thank you so much,
That's
man.
amazing. And you guys are just the best. You guys are the absolute best.
Shonda and the Bahamas, that's going. All that is going straight to you. That's not going to us. So yeah.
The what I would ask Kane's family to do is to sort of view that first game as the mulligan and make a true value judgment on what the Hurricanes are going to be this year on the game on Saturday. And that's what I would say.
Yeah.
See, Monsieur, about you said about callers are going to get you
I
guys jumped.
gotta get on it, man. You know, hey, that's on Junior's fault. That's on my technical side of the show, man. I gotta get on
Yeah,
that callers, but we're gonna get,
we are going to do that soon.
yeah, we're definitely, everybody wants that, right? Everybody wants callers. Everybody's good with that.
Yeah,
I think everybody is dying to call in, man.
Shonda was saying that we were awesome and that she doesn't have any more tears. Shonda, thank you. No, thank you for allowing us to help.
Yeah, 100%.
It makes us, you know, and this is not
I
anything
know.
special because I'm sure everybody that's in the chat feels the same way when we see those videos and stuff of what was going on in the Bahamas and what's still going on. It leaves it causes a pain in the pit of your stomach, and you allowing us to help is at least alleviating that where all of us feel a little bit better. So I thank you for
100%.
allowing us to help.
Yeah.
And
I know, Brandon. I'm gonna get on it, man. I'm
on
gonna
the
get on.
callers, yeah, we need to do callers.
Yeah, I'm slagging.
H
Slagging.
Kane with a $10 dono. Thank you so much. 863. Bless you, brother.
Oh,
Enos
thank you
needs
so
to
much,
stop.
man.
Let's see what he said here. Enos needs to stop calling space plays to the short side, to the boundary side. Yeah. Reminds me of Fish and Coley. Other than that, the play calling was fine. Blake Baker called a good game, and we were on everything they did. I know. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I like to take advantage of the field side. You guys, if you watch our X's and O's video, we talked about that. One of the big concepts in terms of the spread coast or the spread in general is you separate the field into three parts, not equal parts, but three parts. The boundary side is the side that's closest to the sideline. Then you have the running area, which is the box, and then you have what they call the field side. And what you're looking for is for numbers to either be even or the offense to have an edge. So, meaning if you look at the field side, and there's three defensive players on the field side and three offensive players, that's a win for the offense. Okay. Right. Same thing when you see the box. If you see six in the box and you got five linemen plus the back plus the quarterback, you have an advantage there. And yeah, sometimes those throws on the boundary side, it might be more because the numbers were there to throw it there. But I agree. I like it when it's on the field side, especially with how talented our guys are in space. George Roberts is with us. George is Elijah's father. This is amazing, guys. We can't thank you guys and the rest of the Canes family enough.
It's the least we can do, man.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother, for allowing us to help.
You know, we have this little itty bitty platform, and to be able to use it to a cause like this to help out in the Bahamas, it's really is the least we can do. So no thank you is necessary.
D Pool had an interesting idea that when Linger gets healthy, seeing him and DJ in the game at the same time. D, I think you're going to see some more of those creative things.
That would be crazy.
21 personnel. You might even do like a 22 personnel. Have Mallory and Brevin in at the game at the same time, and then you really put the defense in a bind because you could just power run the ball. But if they try to overcompensate for that, now you got linebackers covering Brevin Jordan and Will Mallory and the running backs.
Yeah.
And or the running backs, obviously. So
yeah, I see a lot of people talking about Aaron Crawford. He's the defensive tackle.
Yes, we talked about him on that video that we're releasing tomorrow. He's Strobridge is another good lineman for them. The thing what you see with North Carolina is, like I said, their front line players are good players. The problem is depth. Last year they got hit by injuries. What happened? They had a 2-win season. Now I know Larry Fedora is gone, and now you got Mac Brown. They did a good job of hiring, especially their coordinators. Their offensive coordinator is Phil Longo, who's one of the most creative offensive coordinators. Really does like an air raid type of system. And then you have Jay Bateman as a defensive coordinator. And they did a good job of hiring their coordinators. And I think, I listen, they have talent, but if we force them to substitute, they're going to be even more trouble.
Oh yeah.
So, and I think we'll see that. I think you'll see a quick hitting running plays, which is what's going to work against North Carolina. That's what South Carolina hit them on. They took advantage of their blitzes and did a lot of quick hitters, and gashed them with chunk plays in the running game, and got the tight end also gashed them. So, guys, like I said, this will be the snapshot. And then when we have the conversation next Thursday is when we'll start talking about, okay, this is what our team is going to be the rest of the year, because that's what we'll see on Saturday.
Yeah.
Saeed brought up a point about the Antonio Brown situation.
Oh my god, he's not gonna play another game for the Raiders.
No, he's done.
He's done.
He's done for the Raiders.
He's done for the Raiders.
And let me tell you, Saeed,
he's gonna go to the Patriots.
That's well, yeah.
How much you want to bet? I'm calling it right now. Antonio Brown's gonna be a Patriot.
There's certain things that Bill Belichick will deal with. He won't deal with that.
Randy Moss was maybe not as much of a headache. Yeah, I know.
It's different.
But Randy Moss had his things too, man.
Yeah,
he brought in Chad Johnson.
And
look what they're doing now with damn, why did I forget his name?
Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon.
Look at what they're trying to do with Josh Gordon, man. Bill Belichick likes taking on these projects, man. Let me tell you something. And these players, when they go to the Patriots and they're under Bill Belichick, it's different, man.
To punch the general manager in the face. He posted the fine. He posted the letter regarding the fine on the internet.
All I'm saying is that miraculously, whatever the Patriots have in their water, they get a head case situation.
It's different types of head cases. It's a different type of head case.
I don't know.
It's a different type of head case. You remember when they had that video of that it was one of the Football Life of Jimmy Johnson.
That's a good point. 247.
And
he says that, yeah.
And Belichick that they went fishing together. Jimmy Johnson, because they go fishing together with Belichick, and they both said that they don't want a dumb player. Now, I'm not talking about Brown's intelligence, but the part of that conversation was the things that Brown does can destroy a team. Because you look at him filming the locker room scene,
but he's just weird. He's weird.
He's
man.
strange. He's strange.
He's weird.
I can tell you right now, if I am a coach, I'm not banging on the GM's door to go get Antonio Brown, because he's a handful and he can destroy a team. And now, mind you, his talent is not disputable. Okay, he's had a run of like 6 seasons, as good as anybody's 6 seasons in NFL history. Okay, but Pittsburgh got very toxic and got very dysfunctional, in large part because of Antonio Brown. And Roethlisberger deserves some of that blame too. Okay, and at the end of the day, you can say Tomlin, let it go far too much longer than he should have. But teams. I mean, that's way too much talent, man. I agree. Don't get me wrong, but hey, you give me a mentally sound
and healthy AB, and he's the best wide receiver in the league. Say what you want about D Hop.
No. I agree. Listen,
Say what you want about D Hop, but Antonio Brown, when he's out there, he's the best healthy. Obviously, he's the best wide receiver still in the league, man.
okay, are you going to deal with that cancer?
No, heck no.
The
No,
problem.
I'm not. I'm
That's the
not.
problem.
I'm
You know,
not.
because the same he is going to put the organization in a bind of either you lose the locker room or you suspend them, which is what they're going to do. What the Raiders are going to do.
Hey, that's a good one. Hey, HGS Canes. We actually had this discussion in one of the chats I'm in for fantasy football. Who do you guys think? Who do you guys think is a better wide receiver? Assume give them the same quarterback. You know, give them mentally good. Everything is good. 100% healthy. Who are you taking? DeAndre Hopkins or Antonio Brown?
Hopkins.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right.
DeAndre's already proven it because DeAndre could do it even when Watson was hurt.
Yeah, no. Shonda says it good. Antonio Brown needs to be jacked up by his mama and popped upside his head. Foolishness.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Sean.
100%. 100%.
That's exactly what he's. Mr. All About to You with the $5 donation. And that's a great line. I love his line. Our Floridians need to send their extra water from the hurricane prep to FSU because they need it. that was cruel, but so I love that. I love that. We got a Wilmer, KC, King fan, Jerome. Yeah, Jerome. I'd agree. I agree. And listen, Hopkins is a good teammate. Hopkins doesn't have any of those diva aspects that you see from Antonio Brown. And Antonio's diva is not. It's not just diva. It's destructive. It's like Terrell Owens. Look at Terrell Owens' career. Every place he was, he wore out his welcome and destroyed the team. So people want to get back to the Kane stuff. Somebody was asking about Tyler Van Dyke, and I don't know what the question was about Tyler Van Dyke. 863 says that Michael Thomas. 863. Look at the quarterback that Michael Thomas has throwing him the ball, and look at the outside of Watson because remember Watson was hurt. So DeAndre put up some tremendous numbers even without good quarterbacks.
Oh, that's an interesting list. He has AB 1, OBJ 2, 3 Julio. Nah, I wouldn't say that, man. I will put AB and D Hop.
I go Hopkins, Julio, AB.
What?
OBJ.
No, you're crazy, man. I am not putting Julio Jones ahead of
who?
Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham.
That's fine. No, I put him ahead of Odell for sure. That's fine.
Julio.
No, if you want to put Antonio ahead of but Hopkins is ahead of Antonio.
I feel a certain type of way after with Julio and
Michael Thomas deserves to be on that list.
No, he does. But I don't know, man. All right. We're going out. Yeah, we're going off track here.
Yeah, Wholesome said that he's expecting a big game from John Garvin. I agree. I thought he played well. Obviously, we'd like him to get on to the quarterback, but they also used him in that Viper role and used him to spy on Franks. And I thought he played well. I thought the defensive line played well. I thought John Ford had a whale of a ball game. I think Bethel played well. Patchen played well. Rousseau, he missed a couple of sacks, but had a sack. He played well in his limited, and Trayvon Hill in his limited time brought something too. So
yeah,
we'll definitely.
Guys, we're gonna go up until 8:30 tonight.
Yeah, guys, because I know you guys want to watch the football game.
And so do we, frankly.
Guys, football season's here finally. Yes.
Yeah, NFL football season because college football season is already here. But because we got fantasy football, baby.
Trayvon and Garvin and Rousseau for that matter.
Yeah.
After the passer.
Yeah.
Rousseau got to Franks 3 times and only came away with 1 sack.
And Brandon, hey man, I need Mallory has to make up for for that Florida game.
Yes.
Like I need to see a Mallory sighting. I want to see Mallory have a monster game. I want Mallory to be the Mallory that we've been hearing about and watching and seeing throughout all of the spring and the fall. I need that Will Mallory, and frankly, we didn't see a shell of that Will Mallory against the Gators, man. So I'm expecting to see Brevin. You don't have to worry about it. Brevin's gonna show up no matter what, especially when the lights are the brightest. It seems that Brevin and DJ, those kind of guys are always up to the challenge and the task. Now I got to see Will Mallory and some of the younger guys, step up because the talent is definitely there for it to happen. So,
Mr. All About the You says talk about DJ's Twitter cover, and let's talk about that
and
now.
who said that? Who said
He also had another $2 donation for Mr.
Yeah,
All About the
who said that on what DJ put on his Twitter thing?
There was some I think it was a North Carolina fan said that we were thugs, but we were soft because as soon as something goes bad, we quit.
No, I know what he said. I want to know who said it.
Oh, I think it was just some random.
He said it was on a UNC forum. All right, bet. We'll see.
And I'm glad that DJ put that up on his feed.
It was a UNC fan. Whatever, garbage.
Holston was saying he wanted to see Rousseau and the 3 technique on the NASCAR package. Yeah. I mean, I probably want to see. Oh God, I probably want. If we go 4 DNs like a true NASCAR package, I probably want Garvin and Trayvon Hill to go inside to be the tackles, and then Jafari Harvey and Gregory Rousseau to be the ends. Jared Watts with the $5 donations. Thank you so much, Jared. You guys are fantastic.
Why not Patchen as one of the ends?
Because frankly, out of our 5 defensive ends, he's the 5th best pass rusher.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I would definitely want Garvin and Hill. They got more meat on those bones. So yeah, I would like,
and they're also more experienced guys.
Yeah.
And as experienced guys, they'll also be able to do more, some moves from the inside where Harvey and Rousseau are going to depend more on athleticism.
Yeah,
to get there.
Thank you, Jerry, once again, man, for the $5 dono. We really do appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man.
You could, yeah. HJS says put Patchen as a D tackle. Yeah,
you could.
Yeah, and then you're saying and leave Harvey out of it, and then have it Rousseau, Hill, Garvin, and then Patchen at the tackle. That'd be fine. We could definitely do that.
I would love that, man.
Donnie Hudson, donation said, "Let's go Canes." Thank you so much, Donnie.
Yeah, Dan Kane. Thank you so much, Donnie. I'm sorry, man. Donations are rolling in today. Thank you so much, guys. He just says, "Let's go Canes." Yes, sir. Dan Kane says, "Do you both have access to ACC Network?" Man, I was so frustrated because I got Sling. I cut the cord. All right. And I got Sling, and I've had Sling already for like 4 to 5 months. And the ACC Network channel was always on there. So I'm like, okay, boom, I'm good. That's one of the reasons why I actually got Sling. Well, and then they play the Clemson and Georgia Tech game to start off. Boom, I'm watching it. Everything's all good. And then I go to check on earlier this week, and I see it's not on there no more. And I'm just like, wait, hold on. What's going on? So I guess they didn't come to a deal. They did, but they didn't, because now they took off ACC Network from the original package, and you got to pay like an extra $10 to get the sports package that brings like a hockey channel and some other channels for you to actually get the ACC Network. So I actually said, screw it. I canceled Sling and I went over to Hulu. And I mean, you get a bunch of channels, all your ESPNs. For us down here in South Florida, if you're a Heat fan, Fox Sports Sun. You even get local channels on Hulu, which on Sling, you didn't really get local channels. And you could get that all for, I think it's like $45 a month. So it's a good bargain for those of you that don't have access to the ACC Network. It's something to look into. But I feel like I had to say that because just in case some of you guys are. And they just reached an agreement with Comcast. I think AT&T is the only one left that doesn't have an agreement with the ACC Network.
And a couple of guys, thank you guys for that info. A couple of guys are saying YouTube TV has ACC Network.
Yeah.
Somebody else said something. What did I miss? Somebody else was Spectrum, also 1187 in Orlando. So
PlayStation View as well.
PlayStation
Yeah.
View, right? That's the one I was missing.
Yeah.
Was PlayStation View.
CJ Bears, man.
Oh
That
man,
defense is nothing to play with.
uh, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Dogon SS with a 777 donation.
Thanks
Thank you
so
so
much,
much, brother. He says, I love our talent. We're good enough to average 30 plus points a game. I agree. Our D can cover that. Jaren's got all the tools. Hopefully he gets the ball out faster or out fast.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Dogon, yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Check mark. Check mark. Check mark.
Check mark. All your points, I 100% agree with.
Yeah,
Every single thing
I
you
think
said.
he will. I think he not only will he get the ball out fast, making quicker decisions, but I do think we're gonna see a better offensive line. Frankly, number one, because North Carolina doesn't have the athletes that in Grenard and Zuniga. We're not going to see those two monsters out there necessarily. Right. They got talent. I'm not saying they don't.
They do,
but they don't have.
But not to that level.
But not Florida.
Not to that
type
level.
of talent. So I do think the offensive line is going to do better. And that's just gonna make Jaren look better, frankly. Guys, and the running game, man. The running game is gonna be crucial, especially with all this rain. If it continues to rain and pour, I mean, we'll see what the weather's gonna look like on Saturday night. Hurricane Dorian should be well gone by then, but you might be talking about some field conditions that might not be ideal. And if that's the case, then I think running the football is going to be crucial in this game,
and we can run it down the throat. Because I'll tell you what, our interior did well run blocking, and so did Campbell, and so did Zion with the run blocking. The pass blocking was the problem. Guys, here's the thing: I was accused of being an apologist for Jaren because I've always been a Jaren guy, and I thought that he should be the guy. I want to address that, and the reason why I want to address that is this: Did Jaren hold on to the ball too long on some downs? Yes. Did Jaren not have the play clock down? Yes. But here's the thing. If I said, forget it's Miami, forget it's Jaren Williams, let's just say it's USC, okay? The USC, JT Daniels, they lost, he tore his ACL. He's out for the year, okay? So let's say that they put in a true freshman or a redshirt freshman at quarterback. And I said to you, that first game, he got sacked 10 times. He got pressured 25 times. And he ended up 19 for 30 for 214 yards, a touchdown, and not just no interceptions, nothing even close to interception. What would you guys say about that quarterback? You would say he's super talented. And you would say, wow, that's amazing that he did that. Sam Howell actually should have had 2 or 3 picks because he did put the ball in harm's way. South Carolina just didn't hang on to it.
Right.
Okay. So that's the thing is, guys, it's not, yes, I saw that he held on to the ball too long. I also saw that he got pressured to the point that he was looking at the rush.
Right.
Okay. Because he was getting gun shy. We went over that. Zion Nelson's grade was 0.00 in pass blocking.
Yeah.
Okay. 25 times he got pressured, and he played well. What he did. Now, do I expect a much better Jaren on Saturday? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, we got a $10 donation through our PayPal for the Bahamas, relief effort by Lauro Trevino. I'm not sure who you are in here, Lauro. If you could point yourself out, man. So
Thank you so much, partner.
We give you some recognition on helping out the cause in the Bahamas, man.
David Settles is here with us. Dennis Wilson. I didn't say what's up. I did mention Willis Telemac. It is.
Wholesome was saying.
Well, I'm sorry. Go on. What did Wholesome say?
He says, how impactful for Jaren's career are these back-to-back away games? He's so excited for the future. That's another thing that's big, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Guys,
Chapel Hill is not an easy place to play in, man.
You guys saw
sold out crowd under the lights.
Guys, Trevor Lawrence last week against Georgia Tech did not play well.
Yeah.
And that's Trevor Lawrence. In fact, I think he threw 2 picks. I want to say.
But that goes back to the whole thing about the first game of the season.
Correct.
You know,
And that's Trevor Lawrence, who won the national championship last year.
yeah,
Not a guy who played against Savannah State.
right, yeah,
So that's the thing, guys. Trust me. You starting Saturday, you're gonna see a quarterback that you're gonna say, "Thank God that we have him." It's going to be very exciting for our future. And I do think, Wholesome, you're right. Starting out on the road, basically, because the first game was a neutral site,
yeah.
but there was more Florida fans there that they have a much bigger alumni base than
And
we
the
do.
pressures of it being on such a enormous stage, man. Like,
And you're getting pressured constantly
yeah, yeah,
by your tackles getting beat all the time.
yeah.
And listen, he kept his composure. He was tough. Didn't see him being gun shy at all. And I think, but you'll see a different dude, just like I think you'll see a different Zion and John Campbell too.
Yeah, 904 Hurricane says the North Carolina fans actually think their three running backs are as good as any team in the country. North Carolina, me, DJ Dallas, Cam Harris, and Lorenzo Lingard.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna see a Robert Burns sighting. I'm
Guys,
telling you right now,
their
Robert
running backs.
Burns.
Like I said, we covered them extensively in that video that we're releasing tomorrow morning. They have two guys with last names of Williams, Javante and Antonio Williams. Very 5'10", 5'11", 220, 225 type guys. North and South runners. We're not going to see a guy like P. Ryan, a guy who's patient and lets his blocks develop. These guys are one cut and go type of guys. Then you have Michael Carter, who's their change of pace guy. He's about the same height, but he only weighs like 200 pounds. He's more of your scat back. You saw him last year. He actually had a little bit of success running the ball last year against us. Their running backs are decent, but they're nowhere near our level. Yeah. Nowhere near our level.
247 Canes. It's funny you say that because we actually talked about that quite a bit in our breakdown video. It'll be releasing tomorrow morning, guys. Our video breakdown of the North Carolina game on Saturday is, because we start talking about Sam Howell throws a great fade route, and he does, man. He looks to be the real deal. He looks like a real quarterback.
I also saw him. If you take away his first option and his check down,
right? No. But my point to those fades is they don't have Trayvon Grimes, a 6'5" type of receiver.
Correct.
The receivers are 5'11". I think they're 6'1". Their tallest receiver might be 6'2".
Yeah,
maybe
somewhere like that.
So
I actually, you still have their roster. We have the roster pulled up, but they don't. And guys, if we do safeties over the top, we take away that fade.
Yeah, their tallest receiver is like Antoine Green. He's 6 on their mind. They have somebody named Bale Corrales.
But he doesn't play.
He doesn't play, and he's 6'4".
Yeah, but he doesn't play.
The guys that played probably their best wide receiver, I would say, and he's 5'11",
and he's 5'11". Yeah, they don't have that height. Robert Zuber said North Carolina didn't impress him in the South Carolina game. It's a whole different level of talent what they're going to face.
Yeah,
and like I said, you guys will see next Thursday in our chat, and you guys will see it when we do a review of the North Carolina game and a preview of the following week. You guys will see this game is what I expect to judge. Because what we show on Saturday, that will be our team going forward in 2019. So I expect a much different performance, and this game will give us a much truer example of what our 2019 is going to be than what the game against Florida gave us.
Yeah. So I haven't been able to look at the likes, guys. We got 36 likes, and we've had like 140 people.
We got 73.
We got
73. I don't know what yours does. Oh, you don't have it pulled up?
Because I'm on StreamYard, big dog. Like,
I got you. Yeah, we got
to take care of this.
Please, if you haven't hit the likes, guys, please hit the likes.
And if you're new here, subscribe and hit the notification bell, comment, do all that good stuff, and be on the lookout for that video tomorrow of our UNC Miami breakdown with video. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But hit the like button, baby.
Cheryl Trevino said it's Lauro Trevino who did the donation. Thank you so much, Cheryl and Lauro. He's actually Wild Smoke 72 and either Dale fan or Cheryl. Just I never miss a show. Go Canes from Central Texas. Thank you so much,
Cheryl, for the donation and for supporting the channel as well. We'll be matching
guys.
that.
You see, we got Canes family all over the country,
everywhere, baby. Our Canes fam is big and they're strong.
King Millie said they'll come up pumped up. Yeah, I expect them to do something.
They're gonna be hyped, especially because I mean they coming off that win South Carolina, and you're in Chapel Hill. I mean it's prime time, but not prime time. Whatever. You're under the lights on a Saturday, man, and they're gonna. I mean it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be hype for them, especially. They wanna race that whole. I mean I really don't like North Carolina. Like yeah.
I don't blame you. That Heat too with the $5 donation. Thank you, That Heat.
Jimmy G in our fantasy league. 247. Are you in the fantasy league? The one
in
with
that fantasy league with Anton. Yeah, he picked up Jimmy G.
I don't know who I'm playing. If they're a subscriber, if they're a viewer, but if you're playing 305 Junior, you're in trouble, bro.
Curveball. We did talk about that. That comment is my understanding. It wasn't from a player. It was from a fan on a forum, some random fan that made that comment. But DJ obviously took it and put it in his Twitter line. So DJ's going to remember that.
Yeah,
I think DJ's going to have another big game.
Yeah, Anthony Rollins says this game feels like before it did with the Appalachian State game. They'll be hyped until the scoring starts. 100%.
Yep. Absolutely.
Mr. All About the U, man.
Thank you so much, partner.
Brother. Wow.
Thank you so much for the $20 donation.
Yeah, you've been supporting us today and your big donation, man, to the Bahamas and helping out, man. Thank you so much. And thank you for your service as well. That's something we haven't said, man.
But yes, sir.
Thank you so much for your service, man. We really do appreciate it. He says Pittsburgh and Duke are our sleepers, period. We may be more talented, but we are young in key areas with players and coaching, and it is going to take time, period. UVA and UNC will be close games. It's going to take time, guys.
I would agree, Mr. All About You. The one thing I will say is this game will give us a much better judgment because last game it was distorted because first game for Jaron, first game for both tackles, playing against the best talent that we'll face this year, and in their first game in that type of environment. So what we saw was basically worst case scenario. And I think starting in North Carolina, now we'll see who we are.
Yeah.
So the only games that I would say that I'm worried about is Florida State, being on the road and especially we're on a win streak. You know that they're going to be hyped to play us. The Virginia one that they have an extra week to prepare, and we have it's a short week for us, but we do get them at home, so I feel pretty good about that.
But I understand where he's coming from, though, because I mean it is a hostile environment nonetheless.
Correct.
And the Virginia game, especially, you're coming off a short week,
but we get them at home.
Yeah, we get them at home, but Virginia's in.
They have a bye week before us, so that's true.
So I think that's playing into why he's saying those might be
games that could be concerning. We got another donation from a fan, Jackson Porter, a Canes fan in Kentucky.
We have them everywhere, man.
And you know what's good is the
toast like butter and toast.
And what's good is you can tell they're Canes fans because no matter where we are, man, we represent. We represent the Canes. When I had just moved up here, I went to the game that the Canes played in Columbus, and the against Ohio State. So I'm wearing my Canes jersey and Canes hat and stuff. And when you walk to go to the stadium, that Ohio State plays at, it's you walk through this really long tunnel. And as soon as I was walking through the tunnel, Miami fans, you could just hear them. You could hear them outside the tunnel, inside the tunnel, and everybody knew we were in the house. I can tell you that much.
The closers from the
That's right.
ATL.
Also, we got one in Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, exactly. We got them everywhere, baby. We got them everywhere. What's going on? Any minute was what we got here. All right, we're like 15 minutes out, man. I don't know what Collinsworth and I don't know what them boys are wearing. Well, I'm excited, man. I got this game over here, like at the corner of my eye. I'm just excited that NFL football's back, man.
Yes, football is really up and running.
Who you got, big dog? You got the Packers or you got the Bears?
I got the Bears.
Yeah,
I got the Bears.
Oh, you can't say the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. I do. I think but I do think the Packers will be a much better team this year.
Birdie Kane, he says that he needs a prediction for turnovers.
Okay. 3. I think we pick off Sam Howell a couple of times and also recover a fumble.
Oh, baby, come on! You can't just say 3 and just let it ride. Who's your 3 turnovers?
Oh, I say Gervin Hall gets a pick, and I think DJ Ivy gets a pick.
Yeah, I think that was one of the questions earlier. That now that we got DJ, do we expect him to start? I expect DJ Ivy to start
again, guys. I don't care about starting. I care about snaps.
Yeah,
and I think what they're going to do is maybe they'll start Blades, but then Ivy will come in, and whoever's playing better will get more snaps.
No, I think DJ Ivy gets to start 100%.
I think DJ Ivy ends up with more snaps.
I think he gets
Blades. Oh, he might. He very well might. But again, to me, it doesn't matter. Who's in there for the first play. It's who gets the most snaps. So, and I expect Ivy to get more snaps than Blades.
You don't think they're going to put, and it's kind of hard because, I mean, Ivy's coming off of a suspension, but you don't think they put part of Blades not starting is, that flag that cost us big after that turnover? That could be. No, I mean, they were neck and neck.
And he had a bad game. He had a rough game. Yeah, Blades had a rough game.
I mean,
missed some tackles.
He did miss some tackles.
He got a rough game. Somebody, I'm sorry, I meant to talk about this. Somebody was asking about Gilbert Frierson earlier, and I wrote down the question to talk about it, but I forgot who it was that mentioned it. But I'll tell you this much: everybody remembers Frierson for getting beat on the long pass to Hammond. Guys, I said this before. Blake Baker talked about it. Amari Carter was supposed to give him help over the top. So
Kane says Blades is starting. So I
and
mean,
again, it's to me, it's who gets the most snaps.
Yeah.
So I think Blades will start, but I think Ivy might end up. Blades had a rough day. He missed some tackles. He had a rough time of it, and then that penalty was inexcusable. Yeah. Inexcusable.
Someone says that he doesn't think they'll start Ivy off of suspension.
Correct. Correct. And Wholesome, that might, like I said, Blades might start, but what matters is getting who gets the most snaps. Jay, the U family Blaze, thank you. What's up, Jay? Thank you for joining us. Millie also, guys. Oh, the thing I was saying about Frierson is people are going to remember that one play. Frierson was playing a hell of a ball game up until that moment. Okay,
yeah,
he was playing a whale of a ball game. You saw the big play on the hit for the tackle for loss. Okay, he was playing great in coverage.
That it was like toward I think it was the beginning of the game that forced him to punt.
Yeah,
it was a little slant. He just dove in front of it and just knocked it away, man. He was playing really, really, really good.
Nate 561 says Tate at corner. Are we going to turn him into like Bo Jackson now? Tate playing tennis, Tate doing whatever it was, bow and arrow.
The thing about Frierson is that it was crazy because when we found out about Ivy, we're like, man, so now Christian Williams might be full because we've been thinking about Frierson obviously backing up Finley in the striker
position, which is going to be very important, guys, against UNC.
Yeah, it is going to be very important. But I mean, so after Ivy got suspended, we're thinking about Corey might get forced into the game, Christian Williams might get forced into the game, and we kind of just forgot about Frierson until I saw him on the field. I mean, the big dog were like, I can't believe we didn't think about that because I mean Ryerson came in to
Man,
be
why the hell did we think about Firestone? Of course, Firestone can play corner.
exactly. So I mean that's gonna be
Yeah,
that was big, man. He did play a good game. I mean, I know that big play to Hammond, was kind of over the top on him. But if he would have gotten that safety help maybe from Amari Carter, like he was
exactly,
supposed to, then
exactly.
it would have been,
He played a very good game. He
yeah, he
played a
did.
very, very good game. And I've always liked Firestone. I've always liked Firestone. I thought Firestone was actually to get more playing time even last year.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna straighten out my glasses here. Give me 1 second. Man, there we go.
The you go like button, baby. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
You're gonna start after Finley's gone. Yeah, 100%, Brandon. Definitely,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
definitely.
Firestone is a baller. The thing is, he was saying about a free safety. He definitely that would be a good place for him. But with Bubba and with Gervin Hall, he's going to be playing striker. Because remember we still have Amari also for another year. So
Yeah. Robert.
Dan was saying about our senior linebackers. Dan, I think what people, or at least what I think most people are saying, is that yes, they played well, but they didn't make any game changing plays.
Yeah.
And I think that's also what Blake Baker said about him. King Millie was talking about, mentioned Robert Knowles. Listen, Knowles played well. He did. HJS Kane, $4.99 donation. Prayers and condolences to our Bahamians. Absolutely, HJS. Thank you so much, partner. It means a lot, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Kyle's asking, do I think we'll come out aggressive on defense? Kyle, I mean, we always come out, trying to shoot gaps aggressively. The thing, Kyle, what I see is with North Carolina, their running backs are quick hitting type of running backs. We need to penetrate without losing gap integrity. And that's one of the things that also we talked about on a video that's coming out tomorrow. It's with North Carolina, the penetration is going to be less important than maintaining gap integrity.
Yeah.
Because their running backs are all quick hitters, and you don't want to get yourself out of position from your gap responsibility because you penetrated, which against other teams, we will do that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I do think we'll be aggressive, but I do think we have to rush within our rush lanes and make sure we don't let Sam Howell break contain.
Yeah. 100%, man. All right, guys, we're almost just about to get out of here, man. For those of you that have donated to our PayPal, in case you're joining us, being the big dog, are matching dollar for dollar to whatever you guys donate to our PayPal, and we're gonna send that over to the Roberts family, who is gonna provide some relief.
She's gonna go to the Bahamas.
Right,
and take some relief
to the Bahamas. So thank you so much for all of you that have donated to PayPal, and to all of you that have donated, here to our channel, man. It goes a long way, and we can't thank you guys enough. But let's do some quick rapid fire before we go ahead and get out
Let's
of here.
Do it. HJS Kane, great point. Assignment football is going to be crucial against UNC. That's exactly what I'm talking about. HJS. Willis is talking about the referees. Willis, I'll tell you what, we got screwed again out of a couple of balls.
They were bad on both sides.
Yeah, but they were worse on our side.
Yeah,
because they picked up the Brevin Jordan in the end zone flag, but they didn't pick up the Finley or the Blades flag, and then they missed on fourth down. They missed a false start by a solid 1 second count.
We just got a $50 donation, man, from Will the U.
Thank you, Will. So much,
you are insane, man. Thank you so much, man.
You guys, our Junior and the Big Dog family is the best. Yeah, it's the best family.
That set the record for our donation here on the super chat, I think, for sure. But yeah, that's a big donor, man. Thank you so much. He says, "What's wrong with our special teams, man? What do you think of?" Oh man,
Kyle, the thing that he mentioned about playing in our Mr. All About the U with the $5 donation again. Thank you so much, partner. We went 7 games straight without a holding call. I went to the Orange Bowl.
No,
That's
hold
true.
on. But let's talk about the special teams from Willa U. He wants to know what's wrong with
Oh,
our
I'm sorry.
special teams.
And then King Millie with the 199 donation. Thank you so much, King.
I'm gonna get to you guys here now.
Listen, I think the punting was well. I mean, remind you that we were going up against the best punter in the country in Tommy Townsend. But he did pretty well. You have to remember he was punting from the end zone, and he ended up with a 42.5 yard average. And it was his first game also in major, college football. Yeah, so I think he did well.
Backs makes me nervous though.
Yeah, the backs of miss made me nervous. I'm willing to give him a pass to an extent, but only to an extent.
Why?
Because of the late hit out of bounds, being all charged up on the fake.
Big dog.
No. Listen, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have hit that. Of course. You inside 40, I want you to be close to 100%. So you can't miss short field goals.
He makes me nervous.
He makes me nervous too.
Yeah,
and then we had Jeff Thomas muff the punt.
Yeah.
So our special teams definitely did not do the job. So we need to improve. Our coverage teams on punt returns and kickoff returns was actually much better than I worried about, because I worried that we were so thin at linebacker that we weren't going to have linebackers in those roles on special teams, but we actually covered well.
Yeah. Mr. All About You, man. Hey, you've been killing it today, brother. Not just through through the super chat with your donation, but your big dono on through the PayPal to help out for the Bahamas, man. Thank you so much. You've been killing it today. He says we went 7 straight games without a holding call and went to the Orange Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah. King Millie with the $2 donation, man. Thank you so much. Guys, you've been killing it today with the donos, man.
Thank you so much, partner. Thank you, all of you. Jay had a good question. What do we think about the recruit Terrence Lewis? I like him a lot, Jay. I think we're in the we might even be the lead group. I know a lot of people have him going to the SEC. I think if we have the type of season that I think we're going to have, I think Terrence Lewis goes to Miami. Because remember, he decommitted after a visit to us. So with a good season, I think we'll get him.
Man, these water jokes are gonna be funny, man. With Willie Taggart up in FSU.
I know.
I'll tell you what. All right, so Burley Kane, and I think it's a good way to go ahead and end the live stream for tonight, big dog. Final score prediction.
Okay. I think we actually did it on the on the video.
Burley Kane, I'm close to you, brother. Very close.
Yeah, right? I'm actually close to him.
No.
Yes.
I think I'm close to him.
What did
you have?
35-13. It was my final.
And what did I say?
Yours was.
It don't matter.
I don't matter. But it's in our video. But yeah, I'm thinking somewhere around. I don't think
41-17
is what you said.
Big dub. Yeah, I think I said 41-17.
Okay, I got it 35-13.
I might have my fans change on a little bit too much. I'm not sure if but I do think our defense is gonna hold them.
That's the thing.
Down, I think our defense is gonna hold them down.
Howell is. You have to remember, North Carolina, who's usually decent defensively, does not have the defense that they had previously.
Let me ask you a question. That's one thing I'm thinking about. 247 Canes, accounting for the weather. Maybe we see a lot more of a running game, so maybe we don't see us put up that many points. But Mr. All About the U has 28-17. Are you good with that, big dog?
What's that?
Are you good with coming out 28-17? You're good with that victory?
28-17.
Yeah, you're good with that.
Yeah, I would be fine with that.
See, because
guys,
I just really, feel like we gotta jump on him, man.
No. Yes. What I want to see has nothing to do with the scoreboard. You understand? No, because what I want to see is going to result in a good scoreboard. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm focused on isn't the score. What I'm focused on is that we correct all those procedural mistakes of delay of games, of just false starts of 12 men in a huddle, that we correct all those procedural mistakes, are we going to see our tackles play serviceably? I'm not asking them to be, Anthony Munoz at tackle. What I'm asking them is to be serviceable, where he's not getting pressured, 70% of the time.
Right.
Okay. So the things that I'm going to focus on have nothing to do with the scoreboard. But if we do the things I'm going to focus on, the scoreboard will take care of itself. Yeah. And I want to see Jaron play like I know he's capable of.
Yeah, and Jay says clear skies on Saturday, 8 p.m. And I mean, yeah, we'll see, man.
Awesome. Hopefully that's the case.
A big game, man. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Guys, for all you that donated to PayPal, me and the Big Dog will be matching your donation.
Buddy, are the Bears up?
No.
Oh, he was just teasing.
They're not. We'll be matching the PayPal donations, man, to support the Bahamas and sending it to the Roberts family, and they'll go ahead and use it, for their family, but as well as the Bahamas in general. And for those of you that donated to our channel today, man, thank you again for the support. You guys always come strong on Thursdays, man. So we can't.
And guys, those of you that didn't, we understand that certain people's finances are different. Please just keep them in your prayers. Pray for all those affected in the Bahamas. Obviously, pray for Shonda and George Roberts. I think it's Shonda's side that has the family in the Bahamas. And just keep them in your prayers and your thoughts.
Yeah.
And and just it's going to be a tough recovery for them, but it's something that being able to help. You guys have just, once again, you guys are always a blessing to us, and I'm just so thankful.
Yeah,
I'm so thankful to you guys.
If you guys haven't subscribed yet, man,
thank you, Saeed.
Hit that like button on your way out, man. We would appreciate it, and it'll help us out. And be on the lookout tomorrow morning for our official breakdown in depth with video of the North Carolina game on Saturday. That's going to be released tomorrow morning. So yeah, with that being said, man, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Enjoy some NFL football and get ready for Saturday night, baby. Hopefully the Canes are going to come out with a dub.
904 Hurricane, thank you for reminding everybody to hit that like button. Thank you so much. And Saeed says thank you always for the great content. Peace, fellas. Thank you, Saeed, for always joining us.
And as always, Big Dog.
As always, it's all about this you. Good night, guys.
Have a good one.